Good morning. I'm WaywornWyrm, and welcome to my channel. And welcome back to the Monster Manual Backward. We are going to continue through Appendix A, but today we are only going to focus on a single stat block. As you can tell, the one stat block we are going to be talking about today is the elephant, which is a huge beast, unaligned, 12 armor class, 8d12 plus 24 hit points, speed of 40 feet, strength of 22, 9 dex, 17 constitution, 3 intelligence, 11 wisdom, and 6 charisma, with a passive perception of 10, no languages, challenge rating 4. It has the ability Trampling Charge. If the elephant moves at least 20 feet straight towards a creature, then hits it with a gore attack on the same turn, that target must succeed on a DC 12 strength saving throw or be knocked prone. If the target is prone, the elephant can make one stomp attack against it as a bonus action. And its actions are Gore, which is a melee weapon attack, plus 8 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 target, and on a hit it does 3d8 plus 6 piercing, and on a stomp, it can also do a stomp, which is a melee weapon attack, plus 8 to hit, reach of 5 feet, 1 prone creature, and on a hit it does 3d10 plus 6 bludgeoning damage. The elephant's actually a really interesting stat block, but the big things that this tells me is with an armor class of 12 and 8d12 plus 24 hit points, you're looking at anywhere from 32 to 120 hit points. So it is primarily designed to be a giant bag of hit points that you can hit pretty easily, but you're going to have to take a long time wearing it down. The stomp attack is also interesting because it can only be against a prone creature. Which means, unless it is doing a trampling charge every turn, which it's unlikely to do, it's going to start off with a gore, hopefully a stomp, with a strength saving throw DC 12. It's not going to be super easy, but we'll see. So it's going to charge in. It's going to hopefully gore. Well, it will probably gore with a plus 8 to hit. Will hopefully knock the creature down, and if it knocks it down, it's going to stomp with a reach of 5 feet. That means that stomp will always have advantage. So, advantage with plus 8 to hit, it's going to hit almost every time. It effectively has a plus 13. But again, it's only really going to be that first turn at best that the elephant is going to use that attack. And then it's just going to gore. Which, that's going to average out to 19 points every time it hits, and it's going to hit at least half of the time for any lower level creature. It's really hard to get above an AC of 18. So the highest AC that I've ever seen is AC 21, which this elephant could hit that 35% of the time. So, I mean, that's still a decent amount. So, like, once every 3 turns, it's doing 20 damage. Plus the stomp attack, which means that it's going to do, in 3 turns, it should do about 52 points of damage against something with a ridiculously high AC. and most of the time, it's going to hit against most creatures. Even your tank is going to get hit about half the time. So it's interesting. Actually, if I had new players that I wanted to introduce them to the idea of a, easy to hit but ridiculously high hit point creature that can attack fairly hard, I'd probably use an elephant. Maybe even as like a boss battle. And one of the few times of me bringing a different book into this series, if you look at the solo monster challenge rating table from Xanathar's Guide to Everything on page 88, if you're interested, an elephant would make a great solo challenge for 4 characters of level 4, 5 characters of level 3, or 6 second level characters. So those are all fairly early on in the adventuring career. So maybe be like, especially if you're planning on having like giants or trolls in your future in your future campaign, you might want to throw in an elephant so they can with new character or with new players. Maybe not with old. I don't know. But just to have them go like, oh, okay, so this is a thing. We're going to hit it almost every time, but we're going to have to hit it a lot. And it's going to do a fair amount of damage. So that is the elephant. Next time, I think we're going to go on to a couple different amphibians, namely frogs. So tune in, and also tune in on Saturday, where we continue with Sherlock Holmes. Thank you.